Sunday. So we're here now, and we're so glad to be able to talk with all of you, right? Let's just hanging out.
Absolutely.
So you and I, we were talking after Sunday, and we were like, hey, let's make sure that we can get some of this content out, because we have some pretty big stuff.
Exactly.
That's coming up here in a couple weeks. And so we wanted to be able to do this video to make sure that all of you have that information. And if you're listening to this on the radio, obviously this is for you too. You just can't see the fact that we are very pretty people sitting here. So I just wanted to talk to you about a couple things, but I wanted to start off with a little bit of fun, because I feel like you don't have enough fun.
Right.
I mean, all the costumes and all the things.
Yes.
Like you don't have enough fun.
We've had a lot of fun over the last few weeks.
Right.
And they still keep coming back, so it's a good thing.
All the time.
They do.
And you even drug me into that this past weekend.
Yes.
So I wanted to start a little bit of fun.
Okay.
And I wanted to ask you about some of your favorite first day of school memories, or back to school memories. It's that season. It's that time of year. So what's a memory maybe you have, or something that you would do every year, or it was a moment, like just this crazy thing happened?
Well, I mean, every year back to school is a lot of fun. I mean, everybody gets that sort of the energy to go back. There's sort of this excitement, but there's also this dread and all of that. I guess my first day back in it was ninth grade. I had changed schools, and so I was in one school district for middle school, and I went to another school district in high school. And I had the honor, I guess. I failed algebra in 8th grade. Okay, and so in the current school district, I would have just taken algebra again, and on my records it was going to say 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade, 8th grade, 10th grade. That's how they did it in this one school district. But they were going to still let me be in high school. They were just going to write this on my transcript. So when I changed the school district, I go to this new school district, and they look at my transcript and say, "Oh, you're an 8th grader."
Oh, no.
It's like, no, I'm going to be a 9th grader, but I'm just taking algebra over again. And like, no. So I spent the first day of school in high school. I went to principal, superintendent for 2 different school districts. And my dad just had me in the car the whole time saying, "Boy, if you would have just passed algebra. If you would have just passed algebra." So I went on that year. I finally got it all figured out. I was an official 9th grader, and I did pass. I passed with a D in my 9th grade year. I took geometry in 10th grade and got a C, and then I took algebra 2 in 10th grade and got a D, and I was done with math. And now I'm a minister, so I don't have to do math.
So I have a similar story. I took all of the easiest math classes all through middle school and high school. When I got to college, I took one math course because I was a Bible nerd, and that one math class was Intro to Statistics.
Ooh, I took Personal Money Management. So that was even higher than mine.
Yep, no,
that's impressive.
I did, and I passed. I actually got a B in that class. It was the highest air quotes math grade that I ever had.
74% of all statistics are made up.
There you go.
So there's that.
I see what you did there. All right. Well, hey, we're having some fun today, and this is just kind of again, it's a new thing. It's a new thing. So tell me, David, about what are you looking forward to the most? What would you say you're looking forward to the most about this new year? So just let's provide some context. So like in church world, like we kind of do this thing that schools do, right? Where like in the summer we're still here, we're doing stuff, but things don't shut down, but they kind of do a little bit. So in September, we kind of get back into the flow of things. And so as we're going into this back to church Sunday on the 20th, what's something that you're looking forward to about this new year?
Well, I'm always excited about September. September, like you said, it just does sort of have that energy. It's different than August for some reason, but it is like everybody's getting back to school. It's pretty close to New Year's. It's just got that same kind of vibe, like everything's starting over, new school year and all of that. Every year for the past few years, we've done what's called Back to Church Sunday, and it's a big Sunday for us. And in the years past, it has really just been an opportunity for us to simply invite people to come back who haven't been in a while. But also, it is more than just coming back. It is really an invitation for anybody who hasn't been to Paradise before to come and check us out. So churches have been doing this for years, for decades, have been having this kind of idea of, hey, have a coming back Sunday, recommitment Sunday, or anything like that. But this year, it's incredibly important. I mean, the idea of back to anything coming out of this season is incredible. Yeah. So back to school means a lot more than it normally would. Back to church means a whole lot more. We have folks that we haven't seen since the middle of March. We have faces that we haven't seen. We've been staying connected through online, through Zoom. People are hearing us on the radio station, all those things. But there are faces that we haven't seen in almost 6 months. And so we're excited about that. We know there's still some folks that are not necessarily going to come back on the 20th. They're still going to engage with us. And so we really have two goals. We want you to be able to attend on September 20th if you haven't been here in a while, or if this is your first time. Or, obviously, we want to make sure that you engage with us online as well. We would like to see as many faces as possible, but also as many online engagements as possible.
The changes brought by COVID-19 have been difficult. Our lives changed overnight as everything shut down. We were forced to deal with isolation in a way we'd never experienced. Suddenly, in the midst of the darkness, God showed up like He always does, turning fear into faith, quarantine into connecting, and downtime into precious time. Relationships were strengthened unexpectedly. And another thing changed. People all over the world, including our friends, neighbors, coworkers, and families, became more open than ever before to hearing the gospel of hope. The pandemic shook us, but it did not crush us. We shared good times and bad times virtually. We realized what is truly important in this world: each other. The church rose up to help those in need and to be the hands and feet of Jesus during this difficult time. We found out we are stronger together. As life returns to normal and things reopen, we'll never forget how important our relationships are and the value of spending time with loved ones in person. As we're able to gather again face to face, think of every person in your life, at every age and every stage. They're waiting on an invitation to church from you. Because in every way that God connects us, we are stronger together now more than ever.
So there's a lot going on that Sunday.
Lots of things.
It is a busy Sunday. First and foremost, we have a special guest who's coming, and his name is Tim Yoder. He is well known in Louisville before this season, but he's even more well known because he was one of the first ICU patients with COVID. He got it early on in the spring. He's an airline steward and got it through the process of traveling. And he went into the ICU unit and almost died. There was a number of times where they thought he was not going to make it. So he's going to come and share his story on that Sunday morning. But we also have
this is a cool thing.
We have a special guest. It's his ICU nurse is going to come, and she's going to share. Cool. She's going to share from her perspective, because she was pretty positive that he was not going to pull through.
Right.
So, when we talk about COVID-19, we talk about those early days when people were put on respirators and all those. It's probably still happening.
And
but
as you said on Sunday, this is back when, if you remember this far back, this is when we were still talking about COVID-19 in terms of like ventilators. And
yes,
this was that period of time.
We didn't know. We didn't know. I mean, people didn't. They would get put on these ventilators. We eventually learned you had to turn them over and do other things, and there was all these debates on treatment and all that. But he was on for like 45 days. So
That's so crazy.
We're gonna have him be with us and share that story. So we're really looking forward to that.
Yeah.
The other thing that's going to happen too is we usually have 3 services on Sunday. Because of this season, we've had to do some maneuvering, and we went down to 1 service. We're going to bring one of those services back, and we're going to bring it back in the evening. We're going to bring our third service, our contemporary service. We call it the table. We're going to bring that back on the evenings. We're going to bring that back on Sunday evenings starting at 7 o'clock. And so we recognize there's a whole population out there that they're either working or they're doing travel football or travel soccer or whatever that simply can't be here on a Sunday morning. And so we're going to take that contemporary service. We're going to open that up to folks who are interested in coming, 7 o'clock on Sunday night.
Tell me a little bit, let's dig into that a little bit. Tell me what makes you excited about that service I mean, I know that you're excited about all of our services. That's not what I'm saying.
Right.
Tell me what makes you excited about this change and about this service in particular.
I think there's a lot of energy, it's just a different feel.
Yeah.
And we're trying to promote a very relaxed feel. Contemporary, there's dozens of
what does that mean?
Yes, what does that mean? So we're going to have clown outfits. We want people to come in and sort of end their weekend. Whatever they were doing that weekend, whatever family stuff was going on, we want you to sort of be able to come into that service and relax. And so we're not really caring about what you wear or anything like that. We want you to come in and get a good service. We want the kids to have a good program and really get you focused on the week that's coming up. And so we know there's a lot of families, a lot of folks that are more interested. Hey, if there's an evening service, we would certainly be able to attend that. So we want to put that in front of them, give them an opportunity to come.
And you mentioned something that's important for you to understand. So, we have children's programming in the mornings on Sundays. We're actually going to just import that into Sunday night. Mm-hmm. So we're going to have programming for children Sunday nights. So, if that's a concern for you as to, we can't go unless we have that. Mm-hmm. No, we've taken care of that for you.
So
and it's exactly what they do on Sunday morning.
Mm-hmm. Open nursery, open children's ministry, all of that. So we want to have a full program for folks. So it's not like, okay, well, you get this little trimmed down thing in the evenings. No, you either come on Sunday morning or you come on Sunday evening. Obviously, the approach to worship is a little bit different, but it is fully engaged on both ends.
Now, say I'm a person who I'm a longtime member, which, by the way, I'm not.
Right.
but say I'm a longtime member, and I've been attending 20, 30, sometimes I hear stories of people attending 40 and 50 years, right?
Mm-hmm. We have some of those. We have some folks who've been here for 80 years.
It's incredible. Yes. Like some of the stories I've heard in the short time I've been here are just incredible.
Yeah.
Help me to become excited about. We're coming out of the season with COVID-19. Sometimes I haven't been able to attend. Sometimes I have been able to. Help me to be excited about this fall. Like what can I look forward to in the coming months that would be an encouragement to me if I've been just cooped up for the last 6 months?
Well, that's probably your answer right there, is that you get to actually do something. You get to actually come and engage. I think the church is in a crucial spot. I think every church is in a crucial spot. While we have been sort of waiting and sort of watching and sort of sitting, all of those things, the idea of being a disciple, the idea of being a follower of Jesus, that doesn't go on pause. We don't go, we're pausing that. We're not going to be a disciple since March. You still have a calling on your life. And we look at what the first early church does in the first century, what they have to overcome, the persecution. It's
incredible.
We're going to have church. If we get caught, we're going to get thrown in the lion's den in the Colosseum.
By the way, modern day, right? China.
Yes.
Iran, places like this.
What's going on now? So the reality is we want to give you a place to re-engage your faith. And if, for many folks, I've heard a number of people where it's just felt kind of dark. It's felt kind of gloomy. Felt like everything is on pause. And so when we see, okay, schools are coming back, sports, football's coming back, I'm excited about the NFL coming back. All those things coming back, they're going to look different. They're not going to look exactly the same. We're going to bring the church back. It's not going to look exactly the same, but you can still do it. You can still be engaged on some level. So if I
Yes.
don't want to necessarily come in the building, we're going to have things for you to engage while you're still online. We're going to do everything we can to make you feel safe in the building. And just the idea of being able to come back and be a part of that is important. We're trying to make some decisions. This has been an exciting season for us to ask ourselves some very purposeful questions.
Right.
Do we just have to keep doing the things we've always done? And there are some folks who really, they sort of bemoan that. They like, oh, I wish we could still do these things.
Right.
So there's some things that normally would fill up our fall calendar. They're not there, okay? But this also gives us sort of a blank slate to say, okay, what can we do?
Yes.
What can we do moving forward? And so I think one of the big things is you being here. You haven't been here for 80 years.
I haven't.
You've been here for 4 weeks, right?
Yeah, here soon. I think tomorrow is going to be 4 weeks.
4 weeks, your 1 month anniversary. So
Yeah.
just an infant.
Just a baby.
But I'm excited about that. I'm excited about our youth program. I'm excited about our children's program. I'm excited about the things that we can plan. So I'm excited about, obviously, Back to Church Sunday really is going to kick off a number of things. It's not necessarily just the high point. Going into October, we have 2 huge events that are
Massive.
important. On October 17th, which is Sweetest Day.
Mark your calendars. Pastor David did not know.
Not Swedish Day.
Not Swedish Day.
It is
no Swedish fish.
No Swedish fish on Sweetest Day. But Sweetest, I did not know what a Sweetest Day was. Now I'm not an
Misty's
Ohio.
going to have expectations now.
Yes, I'm not an Ohio native.
This isn't an Ohio holiday.
Where did this come from?
I think it's one of those greeting card Hallmark holidays.
Yes, it was just
think
Hallmark
is.
that made this up.
But I don't know. But
So-
it matters.
Well, yeah, and so does Arbor Day. But Sweetest Day is Saturday, October 20. I keep saying the 20th. October 17th is Sweetest Day. What we're going to have here at the church, we're going to have a date night. Okay? And what's going to happen on date night is we're going to have an event here at the church where you can come in. We're going to have free childcare. But we're also partnering with a number of the local restaurants here in Louisville so that you'll come here for a little bit. We're going to send you off to go get dinner
With your sweetie.
with your sweetie, your sweetest, and you'll be able to go do that. Then you'll be able to come back, and then we'll have a closing program. We'll have a little bit of a speaker, all of that. We're really looking forward. It's going to be a lot of fun. So we're putting some sponsors together, and the whole event. It's exciting.
Yeah.
Anything else
day.
about that that's exciting for you?
I'm just excited because I'm able to participate with my girlfriend. So that's the big thing, is that this is not an event just for married couples.
Right.
This isn't that. And we were very careful to make sure that as we were talking about this, that there was an understanding that this isn't just for married couples, though obviously married couples will enjoy this.
Right.
This is for people who are dating, like my girlfriend and I.
Absolutely.
We're going to be there. I will probably be on stage being goofy, but and she will not be.
Being goofy.
Will not be goofy.
Goofy.
She's the one she's the straight-laced one.
Okay.
She's not doing that. But yeah, we can come and participate. So hey, be looking for information on that because that's gonna be a really fun day. And by the way, what a fun present for somebody to give to another person.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. So we're going to try to make it affordable. We're going to make it fun. So just keep checking out our Facebook page. Keep checking out our website for details, all of that. And then rolling into the rest of the month is Halloween.
Yes.
And we're excited because Halloween is actually on a Saturday.
Which is amazing.
That
means we get to have all the fun.
Yeah, I don't know if we get the full moon or all that. But so it's on the 31st. It's on Saturday. And so traditionally our town would trick or treat the Sunday before Halloween. But because it's on a Saturday, it's all going to happen on Saturday. So trick-or-treating throughout the city of Louisville is from 3 to 5. But we are going to have not even, you say trunk or treat like it's a small thing.
It's a colossal.
Tell how colossal. How big is this?
So when we were in the meeting kind of giving this vision for this to the team, I said, I need you to say wow, not how. I just need you to say wow, not how.
Right.
Like, it's important that you just don't say how right now.
My wife says wow to me all the time, but I don't think it's in the same
I don't think it
context.
is. I don't
No,
think it
it's
is.
in a different...
I would be
She
surprised.
says wow every time I speak. And
I would be surprised if it's the same thing.
No, it's not.
I would.
So go ahead.
But I'm envisioning cars. By the way, if you're watching this and you have a really cool car, I need you. I need you to email the church. I need you to call the church. I need you to get in touch with me. I need your car at this event. I'm talking photo booths. I'm talking potentially food trucks. I'm talking all sorts of craziness. I've had at different events when I've done this before, I have been known to have things like cherry pickers and monster trucks.
What?
I don't know what's going to show up.
Okay.
I don't. But I know it's going to be epic. And I know that if you are in the Louisville area on that day and you have children and you are wanting to do a trick or treat,
You need to come by the
I'm
church.
just saying, you need to come by 619 East Main.
Louisville, Ohio. Get ready. Get ready. Masks are required.
Who knew?
Yeah.
I see what you did there.
I was so...
Are you going to theme your mask around your costume?
I don't know.
I want to know.
Well,
Is Batman making a comeback?
if you wear a mask, do you need to wear a mask?
So that's an interesting one, right?
Right.
So like I'm thinking about the Batman costume. Like, what do
Yes.
you do? You put a black mask over?
Batman is like the worst socially distant
Yeah.
because he's all backwards. Like he should really have it covered down here.
100%.
It's completely wrong.
100%. No, it's interesting. It's interesting. I think we're going to see a lot of Spider-Man.
Yes.
That's an easy one.
Yes.
Easy one. But yeah, masks are required.
Darth Vader, stormtroopers.
All of it.
All of it.
Yeah, we're going to see all those. But yeah, we're going to make sure that this event is safe. So we're asking that kids don't come unattended, right? We want to make
Right.
sure that everybody is safe. We want to make sure that we're being socially distant conscious, right? That we're making sure that we aren't putting the cars right next to each other
Right.
and all those types of things. And so we're going to do everything that we can to make this as safe as possible, but we're still going to do something. Like, we're not
Yes.
just going to not do something. We just think that there's too big of an opportunity to be able to reach the community with something like this, and there's just too much fun to be had with something like this.
Exactly.
So I'm in on that. I'm in on candy. I'm in on all those things. We're going to do something where we ask, though, for some donations. So if you're watching this video and you're going, hey, you know
How
what?
can I help?
I'd love to help, but I don't know if I can be there and decorate a car.
Right.
I don't know that I could dress up in a costume. You know what? That's fine, because we have a huge need for candy, and we just need that. We
Absolutely.
need you to hook us up, because we're going to give out ridiculous amounts of candy.
Exactly.
All the dentists in town are going to be upset with us.
Absolutely. No, bring as much. And that's usually we get a lot of that support every year. So we're asking for you to do the same thing, really, that we've had year in, year out. Bring as much candy as you can possibly
I want wheelbarrows.
bring. Yes. Just when you go into the Walmart, because you can't go into, you got to go into one.
You can only go into one entrance.
Go
Yeah.
one entrance.
And then one
there
out.
will be
Yeah.
candy right there.
Just do it.
And you can't go right back out because you got to go. You
Buy
gotta
me
go all
one
the
of
way
those.
around.
Yeah, don't steal. And don't steal. Don't
No
do that.
stealing. Okay.
But all the candy, go to Giant Eagle, go to Walmart, go to all the places. Bring us some candy, and if you can come out, come on out. We would love to be able to see you. There's going to be all sorts of fun to be had. We may even have some prizes. That was an idea that I had while we were walking to do this little recording. So I'm in.
It'll all be there.
It's all going to be in October. October's going to be a fun month.
It is going to be a fun month.
So-
And, that puts us into, it really sort of propels us into Christmas.
Yeah.
I'm very excited about Christmas. We're already starting to think through everything that's going to happen in
Yes.
December. I think I'm doubly excited about Christmas because we didn't get Easter.
Right.
We had an outdoor service at Easter, but there was still just like, man, we didn't have
Right.
like
It didn't
all
feel
of
like
our,
Easter.
all of our stuff was just different. So I'm just super excited about that, and I think people are as well. Just to be able to sort of bring in the month, when you start looking at events like Light Up Louisville, which is going to be December 6th, and just moving from that point on, we're excited. We're excited about all the stuff that's going to happen that month.
And you guys are going to be able to find all this stuff as we have new things that we want to introduce. You can find that on our Facebook page. You could find that on our website. If you have any questions, feel free to email us at info@paradisechurch.org, or you could just call the church office.
Absolutely.
You can do either one of those things. We would love to be able to help you figure out whatever it is that you need. So this fall, just to kind of recap, this fall, we have a couple things. We have on the 20th, September 20th, we are going to have our Back to Church Sunday. You can find us at 10 a.m. at the church and at 7 p.m. You can go and check out either one of those services. There will be children's ministry stuff going on. Both things are happening. You can also catch us at date night.
Absolutely.
On October 17th. It's going to be a fun night. And get your sweet tooth on Trunk or Treat.
Trunk or Treat.
On October
Halloween.
31st, it's from 3 to 5. It's going to be a blast. And I'd love to see all of you there. I'm just super excited for this fall and everything that brings with it. I just want to wrap up with this. What if I'm a new person and I'm new to town, which, by the way, I am a new person to this church.
He is a new resident.
We're not
of
joking.
Louisville.
I'm even a resident.
He's only been a resident of Louisville for 2 weeks.
Yeah. So I am the new person. But
Yeah.
if I'm this new person, like as we're wrapping up, like help me, kind of give me the pitch. What am I going to find whenever I come into Paradise? I just wanted to listen to you for a minute. Talk about what can I find when I come to Paradise.
Well, I think the first thing you're going to find is community. And we want to make sure this is a welcome place for you. If anybody has been looking for anything, it's really been community. I don't think we realize what all we miss until it's gone. And, where we're not able to all be at the football games, we're not able to all be at all these different events, there is sort of this yearning, first and foremost, for community. I think this season has also taught us that there's something beyond me. There is something beyond me. We have a purpose that God has given to us that goes well beyond whether I get my stuff done during this week, whether my kids get all their stuff done during this week. There is something that is higher than me.
Yes.
And I think once you sort of clear out all of that noise, it is my hope and prayer that maybe God has been speaking to you as an individual, saying, hey, there's something else. I want to say something clearly. Maybe you weren't able to hear it in January or February or during 2019, but maybe now you can hear it. There's something that I want you to do. There's something that I want you to stop doing. There's something that I want you to start doing. There's a purpose for you. And at the same time, we live in the real world. We want to be able to have a real conversation with you. I think if any church has been faking it or just sort of promoting this church life, come to a real place where you can have real conversations and engage a real God that is really paying attention to what is going on in your day-to-day life. And maybe church has never been your thing. Maybe you've never come in. I mean, obviously Paradise is in the middle of town. You drive past it every day, you're like, what goes on in there?
It's got the crazy stained glass window.
It has the crazy stained glass window. Someone said it looked like Hogwarts.
That was me.
Was it you that said it looks like Hogwarts?
It was the first time I walked in, I was like, it's like Hogwarts.
It is. We don't have any moving staircases.
I'm trying to find it. I think it's here.
Keep looking. But, it's not just, this is a cool building. No, there's a community of people that, our vision statement is we are on the corner of faith and real life, which means we're trying to bring both of those things into conversation. We want you to live out your faith journey, your following of Jesus in a real way that is not contrived, it's not fake, it's not in front of people 1 minute and change the other. We want you to be able to bring whatever you experience with God on Sunday into your everyday life, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, to your workplace, to your school, all of that. And I would say we're in certainly a season of negativity, regardless of where you find yourself on the spectrum, there's a lot of negativity. And we want to be able to say, hey, no, there's something that sort of rises above all that. Your relationship with Jesus, your relationship with God, there's something else besides what you've been entangled with over these last few months. So,
Awesome. Well, hey, catch us Sunday morning,
10 o'clock.
On the 20th, you'll be able to find us 10 a.m. and 7 p.m. Until then, you can catch us on Facebook. You can stream it live.
Stream us live. You can go to Facebook, YouTube. We're on, if you just go to our website, paradisechurch.org, you can find directions to get us anywhere. And there's other stuff. There's so much other stuff. We'll bring something back in the next week or so to sort of update you on all the stuff that's coming on.
Yes, really good. Well, thanks, David.
Thank you, sir.